Hey there, I'm Scott Pace, and I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the College at Southeastern here at Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary. Welcome to the Pathways to Go workshop. I can't tell you how excited I am about today and about the fact that you're joining with us. There's so many people who have devoted themselves to putting on a great workshop specifically with you in mind. We've spent time praying for you, and we've spent time considering how can we best equip those that God is calling in to serve Him on the front lines of ministry and missions. If you're watching today, more than likely it's because God's already begun to stir your heart and to draw you into His kingdom practice, His kingdom enterprise. And as He is desiring to use you in a special way, and you've begun to discern things like your giftedness or things like certain passions and desires, maybe for people groups, maybe for a specific demographic of ministry, as God has begun to stir that within you, we've been praying exactly for those things and over those things, considering how can we best equip them? What are the resources they need? What do they need to understand as they prepare for Pathways to Go? That's what this Pathways to Go workshop is all about. Providing avenues that you, as God steers you into your lane, can understand about how He best wants to prepare you, develop you, equip you, and use you. So as you consider today, looking ahead, I want you to think about some of what we're going to do. On the front end of our time together, we're going to look at what it means to discern a calling to ministry. We're going to answer some big questions like, what is a calling? How does it differ from what the world might describe as a calling? And why is it unique and special to be called to ministry and missions? We're also going to answer some other questions, such as, how do I navigate my calling among competing voices that may be vying for my attention or trying to draw me into a different direction for my life? How do you navigate those voices? We're going to look at some big questions like that and begin to discern or clarify, even confirm your call to ministry and missions. But we're also going to focus our time in the second half of the day in developing that calling. What does it look like to devote yourself to that specific avenue? So we're going to have various speakers who are going to speak into different demographics, different areas, different types of calling that will be more specific to your particular call. As you consider who we're going to hear from today, we're going to hear from some big names that you might recognize. Guys like Dr. J.D. Greer, who's the president of our Southern Baptist Convention and pastor at the Summit Church. But you're also going to hear from guys like Johnny Hunt, Kevin Ezell, Shane Pruitt, Ben Trueblood, Danny Aiken, all of these names and so many more. They're all joining together, and we've joined together, hopefully to provide for you the best guidance, the best counsel, wisdom from people serving in a variety of capacities and having done so for so many decades, done so faithfully. We want to hear from them so that they can share with you insights that you need as you get ready to embark and set out on God's calling for your life in ministry and missions. As we hear from them in a variety of different contexts, different platforms, things like panel discussions or individual messages, I hope that you'll be blessed. Listen, we've been praying for you. We've been praying for this day. We've been praying for how God might use it. You know, the Bible talks about that the eyes of the Lord are roving to and fro throughout the earth, looking to support those whose heart is completely His. When you consider that good word from 2 Chronicles 16:9, I wonder if you might consider what it looks like to devote your heart fully to His calling and to His cause.